I've been around the world.
All right, so we have landed, we have touched down in Australia, and we're going to hear from Jess.
Okay, and we're going to hear about misconceptions about Australia. Misconception being some kind of misunderstanding or something that's not true that someone believes.
네, 오해죠. 잘못 알고 있는 거, 정보가 없어서 잘못 생각하고 있는 것을 misconception이라고 하는데요.
예.
자, 그러면 제스 씨에게 이야기를 들어보기 전에 단어 하나만 소개하겠습니다. 독이 있는 것을 보통 poisonous라고 알고 계실 텐데 또
No.
네, 똑같은 말이 있어요.
Venomous. Venomous. But do you know the slight difference here, Hyunwoo?
What is the difference?
So something that's poisonous, it means that, say, there's a berry and you eat it. That's poisonous because it has poison inside it. But something that's venomous, it will attack you.
그렇죠.
It
네.
can deliver poison to you.
Like a snake.
Yeah, so it's not passive. It's active in giving venom to you.
네. 그런데 우리말로 번역을 하면 그냥 독이 있는 독성을라고 번역이
다른
되기
단어 없죠.
네.
한국말로요.
뭐 공격해서 독을 주입하는 뭐 이렇게 하기 좀 어색하잖아요.
네, 그렇죠.
그래서 두 차이를 꼭 알아두셔야 됩니다.
네.
네, 거북이, tortoise, turtle, 악어, alligator, crocodile 이렇게 나뉘는 것처럼 영어에만 있는 차이점들이 있어요. Okay, so shall we take a listen to Jess's story?
Let's do it.
So whenever I meet foreigners, whenever they talk to me about my country, one of the biggest misconceptions that tends to come up all the time is about our poisonous and venomous wildlife and how dangerous it must be to live here in Australia every day. Well, I'd like to address that a little bit because yes, we do have some of the most poisonous and venomous snakes and spiders in the world. We do have crocodiles in Queensland and we've got some terrible looking box jellyfish that are incredibly painful. But we live amongst these wildlife and they live amongst us and most people will never be harmed.
Okay.
Oh, I do think this as well. There's lots of poisonous things in Australia. You always hear about poisonous spiders like the black widow.
네, 저도 호주 친구들이 항상 불평하는 게 캥거루가 그렇게 막 돌아다니는 게 아니야.
그렇죠. 조금 시골 가야죠.
네, 시골 가면 실제로 돌아다니더라고요. 근데 뭐 시드니 이런 뭐 브리스번 이런 곳 가면은 안 보이잖아요.
Only in the zoos, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
그래서 그와 관련된 이야기가 또 나오겠죠. 일단 여기 내용 한번 한 줄 한 줄 끊어서 보겠습니다.
So whenever I meet foreigners, whenever they talk to me about my country,
foreigners라고 하면은 한국에서는 그냥 한국인이 아닌 외국인을 말하지만 여기서 말하는 foreigner는 호주인이 아닌 또
Yes.
외국인이죠.
Exactly.
네,
yeah.
외국인을 만날 때마다 그리고 my country, 호주에 대해서 그들과 이야기를 할 때마다라는 말이죠.
Yeah, whenever they talk to me, that's not difficult. Let's review.
so whenever I meet foreigners, whenever they talk to me about my country,
What are the misconceptions?
one of the biggest misconceptions that tends to come up all the time is about our poisonous and venomous wildlife.
항상 언급되는 그 오해 중 하나가 독이 있는 wildlife, 야생동물에 관한 것이라고 합니다.
That's right. Here, do you know, Hyunwoo, something's interesting. Tends to means regularly, frequently, right?
Yeah.
But then behind that, she's used all the time, which means all the time, right?
네.
So they're different meanings, but even native speakers confuse these and put them together, right?
맞아요. tends to 하면은 항상 그런 것이 아니고
네.
그러는 경향이 있다.
네.
자주 그렇게 한다라는 말이므로 한 70%, 80%인데
예, 그렇죠.
갑자기 all the time 하면
그래서 70%, 80%가 100% 나온다라는 얘기죠.
그렇죠. I always go to bed at 10 sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that. And native speakers use those without thinking.
맞아요.
Right? But it's okay.
네, it's okay. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, what we're saying here is a lot of the time it will come up, right? Okay, let's recap.
One of the biggest misconceptions that tends to come up all the time is about our poisonous and venomous wildlife
Is it dangerous?
and how dangerous it must be to live here in Australia every day.
네, 이곳 호주에서 매일 사는 것 자체가 분명 얼마나 위험할지에 대해서 이야기를 한대요. 아, 호주 시드니 산다고요? 위험하지 않아요.
No, not at all, right? You're not going to get bitten or anything. Let's recap that easy sentence there.
And how dangerous it must be to live here in Australia every day.
Okay, please address this, Jess.
Well, I'd like to address that a little bit. Because yes, we do have some of the most poisonous and venomous snakes and spiders in the world.
I would like to address that a little bit. 그 부분에 대해서 조금 이야기를 해보고 싶다라고 하면서 yes, because 뭐 그렇죠, 물론이죠, 그렇긴 해요. 인정하는 그런 표현이죠.
Yeah.
we do have 가지고 있긴 해요. 세상에서 가장 독성이 강한 뱀 거미들 중 일부가 호주에 있기는 해요라는 말인데, let's talk about address.
Address, yeah.
Yeah.
So to deal with that, right? So she just wants to deal with this to explain her side, I guess.
맞아요. 그래서 address 여기서는 she's addressing a misconception or addressing a question.
Yeah.
근데 만약에 문제를 address하면은
Yeah.
그 문제를 해결하는 거죠.
Yeah, exactly. So whatever you need to do to deal with whatever you're addressing, okay? All right, let's recap.
Well, I'd like to address that a little bit. Because yes, we do have some of the most poisonous and venomous snakes and spiders in the world.
What else do you have?
We do have crocodiles in Queensland, and we've got some terrible looking box jellyfish that are incredibly painful.
네,
They've got some scary things in Australia, Hannah.
지금 악어 이야기하고 있고 그다음에 상자해파리. I don't even know what a
Yeah,
box jellyfish is.
but it sounds horrible.
네, 그런데 한국에는 없다 보니까 야생에. 그래서 퀸즐랜드에 가면은 crocodiles. I've actually been to Queensland and seen crocodiles
Wow.
out in the wild.
You're brave, Indiana Jones.
근데 정말 무섭긴 하더라고요. 그래서 악어도 있고 그다음에 terrible looking 정말 끔찍하게 생긴 상자 해파리도 있는데 그런데 이 상자 해파리들이 incredibly painful. 그 아이들이 아픈 것이 아니고 쏘이면 아픈 거죠.
Yeah, exactly. If you're stung by them, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, recap.
We do have crocodiles in Queensland, and we've got some terrible looking box jellyfish that are incredibly painful.
But what's the upside, Jess?
But we live amongst these wildlife and they live amongst us, and most people will never be harmed.
네. 그렇지만 우리도 이들 속에 살고 있고 이들도 우리 사이에 살고 있기 때문에 대부분 사람들은 never be harmed.
Yeah, they live among one another, right?
네, 네, 다칠 일이 없는 거죠. Harm means to do damage to something or someone.
Yeah. So to get hurt, they're gonna never get hurt. They'll never be harmed.
네, 맞아요. 저도 호주 친구들에게 뭐 이렇게 갑자기 집에서 자다가 뭐 악어가 들어왔다 이런 이야기는 못 들었던 것 같으니까요.
Yes.
네.
I think this is true,
Yeah.
right? Okay, let's recap that last sentence.
But we live amongst these wildlife and they live amongst us, and most people will never be harmed.
All right, Jess from Australia talking about misconceptions of the country.
So whenever I meet foreigners, whenever they talk to me about my country, one of the biggest misconceptions that tends to come up all the time is about our poisonous and venomous wildlife and how dangerous it must be to live here in Australia every day. Well, I'd like to address that a little bit. Because yes, we do have some of the most poisonous and venomous snakes and spiders in the world. We do have crocodiles in Queensland, and we've got some terrible looking box jellyfish that are incredibly painful. But we live amongst these wildlife and they live amongst us, and most people will never be harmed.